Hello, friends. Hello, family. Hello, wonderful people. How y'all doing today? I'm back again today with a new tutorial. I hope everyone is doing fine and adjusting as well. Welcome to my tutorial for today. If you happen to be new, this is the Needle Woman. Feel free to subscribe and then touch on the notification bell so that whenever I upload, you get notifications. And I promise you won't regret doing so. And to my existing subscribers, thank you so very much. Thank you for all the love. Thank you for your views. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for sharing my videos. I cannot thank you enough. I sincerely appreciate all your efforts towards me. Okay, so for today's tutorial, we're going to be making this very beautiful short dress. And don't forget it has a cut here. This is actually dedicated to all the pregnant women in the house, and since I'm not one of them, I had to fit mine with my belt. But the pregnant ones be looking like this, so comfy and free. So let's just get to the cutting table. So I'll need to explain some measurements before we start. Okay, now the cut our dress has is somewhere around the chest area, which is here. Okay, so the measurement we are needing for today's tutorial is the shoulder, the chest line, and then the bust, and that is all. Okay, now I'll be calling from my shoulder to my chest line my half length, this way, my half length. I'll be using 8.5. Yours might be different for my chest line. Okay, and then the circumference of the chest also, you have to get your own, and then your bust measurement. I hope we're clear on that. So let's get started. First, I'll be folding my fabric into 4. Now my bust measurement is 44 inches. I'll be adding 12 inches to my 44 inches. I will explain the reason later. 12 inches to my 44 inches, and then another 4 inches. Okay, the 12 inches is going to be for the pleats that will be on top of the chest line. Okay, I'll be putting 3 at the front, 1 at each side of the back. Okay, so in all it will be having 5 pleats. I hope we're okay with that. Okay, and then I'll be adding another extra 4 inches. That will be for the same allowance, and then the remaining 2 inches will be for the zipper allowance. I hope we are clear enough. Okay, so in all I'll be having 60 inches, so I will measure 60 inches this way. Once I get 60 inches, I will cut it. That is what I'll be needing for today's tutorial. Alright, so here is 60 inches. I will place the tape so that you see it. Since the fabric is unfolded, it's supposed to be 30 inches. I hope you see it. So we now have 60 inches, which should do us for the short dress. Like I said earlier, the upper part I'll be calling half length, and then the other measurement will be my full length. So for the full length, it's 43. Full length is 32 inches. I'll add 1.5 inches for seam allowance or fold. So I'll be measuring 33.5 inches, which will leave us here. I'll also cut this one off. Okay, so we move over to the upper part, the half length. Okay, now this fabric, as you can see, is on fold, and I cut this out using my bust measurement. Okay, with zipper allowance of 1 inch and then 2 inches seam allowance. It's almost the same thing with the lower part. Okay, so I'll just fold. Remember, my zipper allowance is 1 inch. Okay, and then my half length is 8.5 inches, which is here. All right, I'll just place my shoulder measurement, which is 8 inches. Okay, and then 3 inches for shoulder slope. And then I'm here on my shoulder, I'll use 1/2 inch for shoulder slope. For my neck width, I'll use 4 inches, and for the neck depth, I'll use 5 inches. This is for the front. For the back, I'll use 2.5 inches. Okay, so I'll first of all remove the back neckline. This is my shoulder slope. And then the front neck. Now my chest is 43 inches. I have here 8 inches. So when I join the lower part, we will now continue the measurement and the curve. Okay. My chest is 43 inches. Divided into 4 is 10.75, which is here. And then the rest is the 2 inches allowance I added. All right. So I will leave this one like this for now. Since we have gotten the neck, this is just okay for now. And I'll go over to the lower part also. Remember, my zipper allowance was 1 inch. So I will keep 1 inch also for zipper allowance at the lower part. Folding into 4 this way. I'll keep 1 inch zipper allowance this way. Okay, now since we have the fold, this is our 1 inch zipper allowance. The next thing I will do is to just cut this side open so that the front has its own piece and the two back has their own piece. Okay, I'll also notch the midpoint. Okay, coming back to the upper part again, remember this is our shoulder. Okay, this is our shoulder, right? I might as well place, this is my chest. I hope you remember. I'll also notch this point, the midpoint, and maybe the two other points where I want the pleat to be. Okay, 4 inches away from the midpoint, I have the second notch, so that when I open it up, I have 3 notches. I hope you see it. Okay, I hope this place is not confusing you. Okay, let me just remove some part of it so that you always remember it's our shoulder. Okay, but I'll still make adjustment. I'll still take it down when I add this one to it. Okay, now as it is like this, I'll go ahead and cut out the lining and line this upper part this way. I'll also line the lower part this way. Remember, they are now in pieces. The front is now separated from the back. Okay, so I'll cut the lining and line each of them separately. Okay, so I've lined the upper part. I also joined them at the shoulder, and same goes for the lower part. Now here is our notch, let's not forget, and my bust measurement is here. My exact bust measurement is here and here. Okay, so now I'm going to make the pleat we talked about earlier very small. It's not much. Remember I said for each of these notches the pleat will be 2 inches. Okay, I remember I added 12 inches to my bust measurement. Okay, that is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, then 1 inch for zipper allowance on each side, making it 12 inches. Okay, so I'll now go ahead and pleat the lower part against the upper part, and the pleat is going to fall on these 3 notches. Each of the notch will have 2 inches pleat. I hope you understand. Each of the notch will have 2 inches pleat. So this is what I meant. You can see the very small pleat. I hope you see it. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I just used pin to hold it. Okay, so each of these pleats is 1 inch on each side. That is this side 1, this side 1, making it 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. I hope you understand it. So I will now go and sew it. Okay, so before we cut the full armhole, let's first of all insert the zip at the back. Here the length of your zip is optional. If you want to put a full zip, is optional. If you want to make it small, it is all dependent on you and what you want. Okay, so I will go ahead. Remember it was 1 inch zipper allowance, so I'm not supposed to take more than below 1 inch since we have already done the lining. Okay, so I'll use whatever is left, close it up. Let's say I'll be using 12 inches for my zipper length. Okay, so my zip will start from the neckline to this 12 inches. So I'm closing from this 12 inches down to the hemline. I hope it's clear. So I'll close it and then insert the zip before we now make adjustments on the armhole depth. So now we have the zip inserted. We now go over to the sleeve, sorry, to the armhole once more to get it correct. I could have just done the armhole, but a lot of us will not understand it. That is why I did it this way. At least this way everybody was carried along. So I'm carefully folding again into 4. Okay, having folded into 4, I'll use armhole depth of 8.5 inches. 8.5 inches, which is at this point. Remember, this was our shoulder. I hope you get it. Shoulder, armhole depth. Okay. And then bust measurement. 11 inches. My bust is 44. Okay. So I'll just curve along this 44. I hope you got it. I hope it's not confusing in any way. So now I'm cutting. I hope you now understand it. So I'll go ahead also and close it up once more. I'll just stitch on top of it so that it does not loose before we now go over to the sleeve. So for the sleeve, we have here a basic sleeve, only that it is very short. I took my measurement from around here to this point, okay? And then this other one is from this point about 5 inches, okay? Now my round sleeve is 15 inches, and I'll be putting similar pleats that we have on our dress at the sleeve too, okay? And I'll be making it into 4 places. So for those 4 places, I added extra 2 inches. That is, I added 8 inches more to my 15 inches, which is my round sleeve, okay? Plus my normal seam allowance. I hope it's clear enough. Let me repeat again. My round sleeve is 15 inches, okay, which is around here. I hope you can see it. Then I added 8 inches more to my round sleeve because I'll be putting similar pleats that we have in our dress on the sleeve also, okay? And for each of the sleeve, it is 2 inches. So I added 8 inches, meaning I'm going to be putting 4 pleats on the sleeve, okay? And then I added seam allowance, which is optional. You can choose to add any inch you want for your seam allowance. So I will now go ahead and line the sleeve. So here's the sleeve. I've lined it and then did exactly what we did on our dress. Exactly, you can see the pleats, okay? When you are done, you just close your sleeve using your circumference, your arm circumference measurement, okay, to give you something like this. I already closed this one, and then I'll go ahead and attach it to the dress, and that will be all. Okay, so the next thing I will do on this body of the dress is just to close the 2 sides using the measurement of my bust, okay? Just from the bust, you take it down, all right? And after the sleeve, this is what we have. and also the end of our tutorial for today. I hope this tutorial has been helpful to you. Pregnant women, I dedicate this tutorial and this dress to you. Thank you for watching till the end. Please don't forget to subscribe if you are yet to do that. Don't forget to also touch the notification bell so that when I upload you get notifications. Don't also forget to share our videos, okay? Stay safe till we meet in my next tutorial. Take good care of yourself. Keep your head high and don't ever forget being nice to people around you. Bye.